Hello family and friends, how are you today? My name is Praise Fuwe. We're still on the series Getting Married Without Tears, and we're on the second key that can unlock your marital destiny. Now, last time we talked about owning yourself, and we say that you are a marital gift, and what you are is what you bring to the table. Now, a lot of you, I'm sure you've mastered that aspect of your life, and today we move to another aspect that can help you get married without tears. Now, we're talking about packaging yourself, which is the second thing. And what it says is that a good product with a bad packaging may command a lower price than the bad product with good packaging. What it means is if you are gold and you are packaged like rubble, people will treat you that way. That's why it's been said that the way you dress is the way you are dressed, even though I believe that the way you dress is the way you are dressed on the short run. On the long run, who you are should determine how you are dressed. Now, it's very important for you to determine the signal you want people to receive about you and consistently live up to that signal. So, for example, when you mention Tiger Woods, what comes to your mind is golf. When you mention Nelson Mandela, freedom in South Africa comes to your mind. When you mention Mark Zuckerberg, of course, it's Facebook. When you mention Bill Gates, it's Microsoft. When you mention Mike Tyson or Muhammad Ali, it's boxing, right? When your name is mentioned, what comes to people's mind? It's important for you to be very intentional about your signal, because oftentimes people say, I can't determine what people say about me. It's not totally correct. You can actually determine what people say about you if you're very intentional about your life. I'm sure you've met people in your life that spend 3 minutes with you and it looks like a lifetime, and you have met people who we call them energy vampire. They spend 1 hour with you and they left you confessing your sin, feeling bad about how you never want to see them again. Now, so it's very important for you to determine the signal you want people to receive about you and constantly live up to that signal. So, for example, if one word would define you from now henceforth, what would that be? That one word. Will it be nice? Will it be compassionate? Will it be excellent? Will it be beautiful? There must be one word. If you have to work for one word for the rest of your life, that every time you meet people, that's the word you want to resonate with them. What will be that word? It's something you need to choose, and you need to begin to live it out consistently even from now. And you can ask people, after you must have spent time with them, to say they have one word to describe the experience with you. What would it be? That's what it means to be intentional. Now, there are 7 aspects of your life you need to package if you want to package yourself. And we're not just talking about, looking good alone. There are several aspects of your life you need to package. The first dimension is the physical packaging. Now, when we talk about physical packaging, it talks about your dressing and your appearance. I hear a lot of faith-based people say things like, I can dress anyhow I like. I move by faith, not by sight. Truth is, the people that want to ask you out, or the person you're going to ask out, is going to look at you by sight, not by faith. I'm sure you've not gone for window shopping and you're trying to decipher the wristwatch you want to buy spiritually. No. You first look at it, then you look at the content. Now, people need to see you first, and that's why you are a human being, you're not a spirit. That's why you have a body. So you need to be very, very intentional. Some of you don't know how to dress, so you might need to ask a grooming consultant to look at you and give you an honest assessment about you. As a matter of fact, what you might want to do right now is to pause this video and ask 10 friends in your life on a scale of 0 to 10 to give you a rating about your appearance. Now, and that must include your body, your odor from your mouth, the odor in your body, the way you wear, your color combination, what you wear, how well ironed, and the things you wear are. This is very, very important, because a lot of the people, I know, have lost some of the people that they could have dated, because of the way they appear. Now, you cannot say you are gold inside and your outward appearance is not matching what is resident within you. Yes, they say appearance is deceptive, but this is marriage we're talking about. The person needs to see you, so you can just fly your weave on anyhow. You can just wear whatever you like. You might get to a level where you can wear whatever you like. And that's the level where your brand has become attractive to people and people know you for who you are. But when you don't get to that level, you need to be very intentional the way you're dressed. So you need to do that survey right now and get someone who can look at you and honestly assess you and help you, get the right value, for what you want to wear. Number 2 is emotional packaging. Now, when we talk about emotional packaging, that's a relationship with your mind. Emotional intelligence is very, very critical. A lot of us don't know how to talk, or we don't even know how to respond when we are pushed to the wall. So you're dealing with your mother-in-law and she said something and you're already petty about it, you're flaring up, or someone just pressed a step on your toes and you're already raging and what have you. Now you need to understand that your goal must be to set up the heaven within you in the way that the air without loses its power. It's called the power of serenity. Now, when you are disturbed outwardly, we know that your inward is scattered. So what you want to do is to apply what we call the golden rule, which says nothing means anything except the meaning you attach to it. The power you have is the power to create the heaven within you, which means you need to own your meaning. So for example, someone calls you useless. Now you can respond and get upset, but you can reinterpret it and say useless is use plus less. If you flip it, it's less use. That the person is announcing his inability to maximize you is not actually insulting you. So emotional intelligence must be very, very key for you in your bid to package yourself. When you package your emotions, you would realize that you'll be a nice person and everyone will want to relate with you. You know, many are the friends of a nice person. So you need to be very intentional in your emotions. So you need to ask yourself, how is your emotion right now? You want to ask people around you as well to say, when it comes to your response and your niceness and your ability to be gentle, to be quiet, to be patient with people, how will they rate you from 0 to 10? It might be an area you need further coaching with, but that's a second area you need to package. Number 3 will be spiritual packaging. Now, every one of us, we're a spirit and we believe in some higher power. Now, we live in a body and we have a soul. Now, what's your relationship with God like? What are your values that define you? Now, you can't just live your life anyhow, recklessly anyhow. What exactly do you believe? You know, so someone says, I don't believe in anything, but at least we need to check your values out. You can't be a reckless person who wants to get married and you can sleep with just anyone and everything. No. What's the anchor that holds your life, right? Is it God? Is it Jesus? Is it Muhammad? Is it Buddha? Whatever it is, what exactly is it that holds your anchor? What are the values that your religion promotes? Now, if you don't have a religion, it's not a problem, but what are the values that govern your life? We need to know. Now, when things go bad, who do you pray to? Who do you call on? Right? Is there a higher power that can, sorry for that, okay, the light just went off. Now, is there a higher power that you have a relationship with? Sorry. Okay, is there a higher power that you have a relationship with, or you don't even have a relationship at all? And if you're an atheist, it's not bad, you know, that's your choice, but the person that you're dealing with needs to know. Now, if you have a relationship with God and you say, yeah, you serve God, then you need to understand that the godliness part of God must be resident in you. So you cannot say you serve a God that is competent and you are incompetent. No, there must be congruence in the way, in your God and your lifestyle. So spiritual packaging, and that's why people talk about not being unequally yoked. It talks about beliefs alignment, right? You must share the beliefs of the person you want to get married to, or else there will be conflicts and there will be intellectual misalignment. Now, next one is social packaging. What is exactly is your value in the society where you live? Now, so for example, what's your impact in the years you spend on earth? You know, I see people who won't get married and nobody knows them and they've not added value to anyone. Now, if you say that you have not added value to anyone, then you are a suspect. We need to check you, right? So what's your impact in the society? If we come to the groups you belong to, or if we come to the area that you live, what people have to say about you? The places you left your friends at school, what do they have to say about you? What exactly is your legacy? What's your track record? You know, or what's your impact in the society where you live in? So you need to be very intentional about that. A lot of people have gotten spouses by the social work that they do, by the NGOs that they volunteer with, by whatever they're, so they're passionate about what they pour their life into. Next one is relational packaging. Now, when it comes to relational packaging, that talks about how you relate with the people around you. It's very, very important. Relationship is a skill. It's not something that is natural with us. Yes, you need to understand super relationship skills. So how do you relate with the people above you? How do you relate with the people who are lower than you? How do you relate with your peers? How do you relate with customers? How do you relate with people that you don't even know? How do you relate with in-laws and outlaws? How do you relate with people? Now, when you meet someone who says things like, well, I don't have too many friends in my life, or I don't even have any friend at all, then you need to check, because it means that that's a trigger, a pointer in the direction that person may not be able to sustain a marriage successfully. Now, because friendship is a crucible on which great relationships are built. So it's very, very important for you to learn superior relationship skills. Now, what's people's first impression when they meet you? And when things go wrong, what's your response? And how do you relate? What are you saying about your past relationships? Are you still hurting and you blame them for everything that happened and you don't even blame yourself at all? So it's very, very important for you to learn to relate well. A man that must have friends must show himself friendly, says the Holy Book. So you need to package yourself in a way that you can effectively relate. A lot of people are good on themselves, competent, but their relationship skills, is a bit faulty, and that's why even though their technical skill is very good, but because they don't have social skills, you realize that they often fire them from the places of work. The same thing when it comes to marriage. You want to get married, you cannot be arrogant and say, well, people must take me the way I am and talk anyhow. No, there's a protocol for relating with people. There's a protocol for communication. So, for example, if you want to correct someone, we always say, find what is good about them first, right? And then ask for the permission. I hope you don't get upset about what I'm about to say. But overall, the first thing I like to say is that there's something so spectacular about you. I love the way you dress and I love the way your hair looks. However, I've noticed this and this and this and this and this and this, and I just want to point that to you. But overall, you are an amazing person. Now, you have corrected effectively when I don't feel less than a human being after you correcting me. So relational packaging is very key, something we need to practice. Talking is easy, it's natural, but communication is not easy because it's something we need to learn. It's a skill we all need to develop. Now, the next thing is financial packaging. And when we talk about financial packaging, you need to understand that money is needed to finance romance. And that's why I'm not in the school of thought that believes that a man is the one who must provide for everybody, member of the family. People quote that scripture in the Bible. They quote it out of context. It didn't say if any man. It says if anyone, okay, or if any. There's no man there, right? And what I believe is that everyone coming to the marriage table must come with value. You cannot come to the marriage table and you don't have any job, you don't have any money, and you're expecting someone to take care of you for the rest of your life. You're not an invalid. You can't put yourself on the welfare list of the family, right? If you're an infant, then I can understand because you are still dependent. But you first need to be independent for you to be interdependent. So it's very important. I talk about financial packaging. What exactly brings you money right now? If you don't have anything, don't even talk about marriage, right? I know there are exceptions to the rule, but what value are you bringing? If you're not married to that person, how will you feed yourself? If your father is still the one feeding you right now, you might want to reconsider and get a job and get a life. As a matter of fact, money is a reflection of the value you have to the people in the society and what they're willing to pay for your value. So if you consistently have zero, it means that you are not adding value, or your value is not what people are willing to pay for, and you might need to check it. So financial packaging is very key. You need to package yourself financially. So how much do you worth right now, and what do you earn as a person? Next one, which is the last one, is professional packaging, which talks about your career. You must have a physical address. What it means is there must be something you are known for. You can't be a jack of all trades, master of none. So you can't just say I'm hustling. What are you hustling on? What sector are you playing, right? Are you building a career? It's very, very important. I've stayed in the family life sector since I left school. I started accounting, but I never worked with it for one day. So it's always very important for you to find your career path and stay there. So when they ask you, what do you do for a living? You can't say I'm a general contractor. No, you can't. When a doctor says I'm a doctor, you know what it means. When a lawyer says I'm a lawyer, you know what it means. When a family life practitioner says I'm a family life practitioner, you know what it means, right? When a psychologist says I'm a psychologist, you know what it means. You cannot be someone without an address. So it's very, very important for us to know where to trace you to, because we can actually talk about the value you add into the universe by the sector you belong to. So when we talk about packaging, you can see it's not just about your dressing and your makeup. It's about your physical packaging, your emotional packaging, which you need to work on. You must learn to be able to withstand pressure. A man who cracks in the face of pressure is a bad specimen. Now, so you need to work on your emotion in a way that you can handle everything that comes your way with smiles still on your face. Spiritual packaging, which is your relationship with God, you need to work on that. If God has to rate you right now, what will be his rating based on his relationship with you? Social packaging, talking about your impact in the society, the people you hang out with, the people who consider you to be valuable and the value you add into the society. Relational packaging, we've talked about that, your ability to work with people and not be stressed, and your ability to work with them in a way that you are adding value and they know that they know the value you're adding, and they consider you as the most valuable teammate based on your relational skills. Then we'll talk about financial packaging, which is how much, right, do you have to go and fund what you want to get into. And professional packaging, we talked about your career path. Now remember, a good product with bad packaging may command a lower price than a bad product with good packaging. Determine the signal you want people to receive about you and consistently live up to that signal. So if there are areas you need to work on, please go ahead, work on them, immediately answer the questions, and I believe that you will have conquered the second hurdle to getting married without tears. Thank you very much. God bless you.